71 or visit lookatanthem.com.
My daughter's father and put his hands on me.
Next, People's Court.
Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
What happened was I was on the floor face up, as I mentioned.
Yes.
He gave me the pen. I started to sign it, Your Honor, but I couldn't finish it because I went into cardiac arrest. I couldn't sign it. I couldn't finish signing it.
The whole purpose behind law is to right wrong. I want justice to be something that isn't this foreign concept.
Justice knows no boundaries. The truth will be heard. Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Anna Tanner is suing EMT Paul Lawrence in the amount of $10,000. She says the defendant violated her religious beliefs when he revived her without consent. Mr. Lawrence says the plaintiff went into cardiac arrest before signing the Do Not Resuscitate form, and he had a duty to resuscitate her as a result.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Whenever it comes to issues of life and death, it's always tough, especially when you sit here. Ms. Tanner, you're suing Mr. Lawrence for $10,000, and you're suing because he made a decision that you now disagree with, or that you always disagree with. Fair enough?
That's fair enough, Your Honor.
Tell me your story.
Well, I'm suing him, as you know, for $10,000.
Yes.
Because he resuscitated me. He's an EMT, and he came to my house. He resuscitated me. He knew my wishes were not to be resuscitated. Also, because he did that, he broke one of my ribs. Well, it all started about 8 months ago, Your Honor.
Before you go into that, let's go back a little bit. You are an emergency medical technician.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that, sir?
About 12 years now.
All right. And you are familiar when individuals indicate through a DNR. You know what that means.
Correct.
And that means?
Do not resuscitate.
And when someone has that directive, explain to me what you believe that means.
Do not resuscitate means that if they're having a heart issue, anything that we can help when they sign the DNR form, it means do not resuscitate, do not bring them back to life, do not assist them.
Allow them to die.
Exactly.
And if that's what happens.
Yes.
You have been having some medical issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was going on with you, ma'am?
I have congenital heart problems.
Yes.
I've had it ever since I was a child. And I knew what my wishes were. I did not want to be resuscitated.
Right. And I know you all are from Florida, and there is something called the Patient Self-Determination Act, which is a federal guideline that was established in 1990 that says that people should be able to make these decisions about if they're incapacitated, who should care for them, how they should be cared for, taking into account how they want to handle their affairs. And you didn't necessarily have anything documented, though, right?
That's correct.
Wasn't that part of the issue?
That's part of the issue. I didn't have time. I let it go, and I'm guilty of that, Your Honor. I should have had something in writing. I didn't have time to do it.
And you have been dealing with this heart issue a long time.
Ever since a child, Your Honor. It's been very difficult on me, very hard.
I understand. And yet here you are.
Yes.
And you look great.
Thank you, Your Honor. But when you deal with something like what I had, you don't know if you're going to live or die the next day. I just wanted to not be resuscitated. I wanted it just to let it be. These are my wishes. They should be honored.
You had someone there with you when you had, did you have an actual heart attack? Is that what happened?
Yes. I went into cardiac arrest,
You went
Your
into
Honor.
cardiac arrest?
Yes.
But you weren't alone when that happened, right?
No, I wasn't. My daughter was with me.
Is this your daughter here?
Yes, it is.
Ma'am, step forward. And you're also Miss Tanner?
Yes.
Who called Mr. Lawrence?
That was
you. Tell me what happened.
Well, my mother started having chest pains.
And you were familiar with her
Yes.
issues over the period of
Yes.
time. And you have had the two of you have had conversations about her quality of life, the challenges she's had. You're aware of that,
Yes.
okay?
She did not want to be resuscitated. She wanted DNR. So when I called 911, they showed up.
And you called 911 because what was occurring?
She collapsed.
She collapsed.
Yes.
And of course, being your mom, your first thought is going to be, I need help.
Yes.
Yes. You responded to that call.
Yes.
Was it just you by yourself, sir?
I had a partner with me.
All right. And you get to the scene, take it from there.
Correct. Received the 911 dispatch around 3:35 p.m., arrived at the Tanner home around 3:45 p.m. Upon arrival, Mrs. Tanner's daughter...
So you got there pretty quick.
Yeah, pretty
All
quick.
right.
Upon arrival, Mrs. Tanner's daughter let us in, and she led us to Mrs. Tanner, who was laying on the floor, face up, in the living room. I began to take her vitals, and that's when Mrs. Tanner's daughter informed us that she did not want to be resuscitated. I did confirm with Mrs. Tanner, and she nodded her head yes in agreement.
Okay.
At that point, it's protocol that if you don't have a DNR already signed, that we provide one, which I did. And
You actually, you carry them with you?
Correct.
Just in case?
Absolutely.
And you didn't have proof that there was something already on file or something in the home to let the EMT person know that that was the wish of your mom?
No.
Any particular reason why we hadn't had that conversation, we hadn't done that before? Mom?
I was just putting it off. I was putting it off. I didn't want
Why
to
were you
think.
putting it off?
You know, I don't know. I've been through so much in my life with my heart condition and other things. I guess it's natural. You just put things off. At least for me, I did.
Well, if you felt so strongly about not wanting to be resuscitated, why wouldn't that already be memorialized? Because you knew, given your health condition, that at any given time, this could be an issue.
I understand what you're saying, Your Honor, and I should have done that.
Okay.
I should have, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
Coming up on America's Court.
I started to sign it, Your Honor, but I couldn't finish it because I went into cardiac arrest. I couldn't sign it. I couldn't finish signing it.
Is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Anna Tanner, who is suing Paul Lawrence for her medical expenses and emotional distress.
You get there, you're following protocol.
Correct.
And most people in healthcare professions, they're automatically programmed to save the life.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's what you signed up
That's what I signed up for. Absolutely.
And yet, you were told this. They don't want to resuscitate.
Yes.
And then what did you do?
At that point, I did hand the DNR form to Mrs. Tanner's daughter, in which she wrote in Mrs. Tanner's name and date, handed it back to me.
It goes back, is that true?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. And the whole time you're saying, I'm okay with this? Are you calm? Are you a little freaked out?
I was panicking. I'm seeing my mother about to die. I knew that she did not want to be resuscitated.
Yes.
But at the same time, I did not just want to let her die like that.
It's your
But-
mother.
Yeah, of course. And it's hard seeing that. It's a tough decision. I'm not sure whether to go with what she says or to just have her be saved. But initially, I went with her wish to not be
That
resuscitated.
could not have been easy.
Not at all. So.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then I said she does not want to be resuscitated. He says, it's too late. I have already resuscitated her.
We missed a step. I'm missing something.
When I handed the DNR form to Mrs. Tanner's daughter, and she handed it back to me, Mrs. Tanner was laying on the floor in the living room. I
Yes.
put the form down, gently put the pen in her hand, and she began to sign. That's when Mrs. Tanner went into cardiac arrest. At
I
that
thought
point,
she had already gone into cardiac arrest.
she went into cardiac arrest as she was beginning to sign the form.
Let me go back. What caused you to call and contact 911 to begin with?
She was having chest pains, and then she collapsed on the floor.
So she hadn't gone into cardiac arrest. She just had collapsed.
Yes.
And were you aware of what was taking place?
Yes, Your Honor. Even though I collapsed, I was still lucid. I
Okay,
knew what
that's
was
what I was
going
going
on.
to ask you. So you heard the EMT person say to you, Mr. Lawrence, is this what you want? You recall that?
Yes, he said, Miss Tanner, is this what you want?
And then tell me as much as you can remember up to when you can't remember anything else.
Okay, what happened was I was on the floor face up, as I mentioned.
Yes.
He gave me the pen. I started to sign it, Your Honor, but I couldn't finish it because I went into cardiac arrest. I couldn't sign it. I couldn't finish signing it.
You remember starting to write,
Yes, Your Honor.
and then the next thing you remember, were you...
Just blacked out or
You
something?
were just, it was just black.
Right, I don't remember anything after that.
Coming up on America's Court,
I was debating if I should do what she asked or if I should just have him revive her.
closes America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Anna Tanner, who is suing Paul Lawrence for her medical expenses and emotional distress.
Take me beyond that.
After that, I remember waking up in the hospital.
Okay.
And I had a broken rib. It was a lot of pain. And I was expecting to be in heaven. And here I am in the hospital. So you can understand, I was a little bit confused
You were
here.
like, this is not heaven.
This is not heaven. There's things in my hand. There's IVs, this, that. I didn't want that. And I had such pain from the broken rib.
How did the rib get broken?
During CPR. During the CPR technique, it's a lot of pressure. You're saving a person's life. It's not uncommon for ribs to be broken during the process.
You're in the hospital. You don't have any sense of, I'm still here, in a good way?
Well, I'm a little bit conflicted. I'll be honest with you, Your Honor. I'm a little conflicted.
Any day
but-
above the ground, to me, is a good day.
Yes, but I've gone through so much in my life. These were my wishes not to be resuscitated. It was my wish. And then here I wake up and I'm resuscitated. Not only am I resuscitated, because of him, and I don't know if it's his negligence, I had a broken rib. I had to have a brace on myself. I was in pain. Every time I thought of pain, Your Honor, I thought of the defendant.
You have been in pain. I understand. You woke up in pain and you were alive. I understand. Let me go to your daughter. When Mr. Lawrence revived your mom, how did you feel?
Well, I was excited, of course, because my mother's still here, but it was going against what she wanted.
Was there any indication from the daughter that, because once the pin sort of falls, you're in the situation where you're like, okay, is that enough? Is that not enough? How did you handle that at that point?
At that time, Mrs. Tanner's daughter began being hysterical, crying, begging me to save her mother's life. I did request or asked her 3 times, did she want me to do this? And I let her know that she was going against her mother's wishes. She still, at that point, begged me even more to save her mother's life.
Is that true?
At that point is when I began doing the CPR techniques.
Is that true, Ms. Tanner?
I was debating if I should do what she asked and not be resuscitated, or if I should just have him revive her.
Coming up on America's Court,
Protocol states that if a DNR form is signed, then my hands are off. The form was not signed, Your Honor.
is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Anna Tanner, who is suing Paul Lawrence for her medical expenses and emotional distress.
So what did you tell Mr. Lawrence?
I never once told him to revive her, but he could see that I was in a panic and I didn't know what to do. So I never actually told him yes or no. I just was debating.
Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm the only daughter.
Where's Dad?
He is not in the picture.
Just you and your mom.
Yes, it's just me and her, and she has grandchildren, and
You are like, I can't just be okay with you going, I'll see you up there. I understand. Where does the $10,000 come into play?
The $10,000, Your Honor, is my hospital expenses.
You have proof of that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see that, please.
And also, I'm suing him for pain and suffering. Because if he didn't resuscitate me, my rib wouldn't have been broken, and that was my clear wishes not to be resuscitated.
All right, so I see that there is this letter And you wrote this letter to his supervisor.